Hey guys, Dean here. Shopify Dropshipping takes a lot of work on the back end to first of all get things set up, and second of all to actually maintain your store and get some forward movement with your business as a whole. And running the e-com business, there's so many background tasks which you yourself have to run behind the scenes. You have to fulfill all the orders, most of the time manually if you don't install some kind of automatic solution, and you have to reply to support emails and send out push notifications and make sure you actually have your ad campaigns running too. But I was wondering recently, can Shopify dropshipping be fully automated? Can you completely automate your dropshipping store? And that's what we're going to be exploring in this video, guys. I'm going to be showing you a few different Shopify apps that will allow us to automate most tasks in the Shopify dropshipping store that we have. Now, this video isn't going to cover ads, although in another video, I'm going to be showing you how to do TikTok ads and Facebook ads, and I'll be showing you how to completely automate those ad setups too. So let's jump into some of these apps and how you can completely automate your store so it requires a lot less maintenance and uptime to actually keep the store running. This is especially useful if you're running multiple e-com stores and you need to save yourself some time and potentially reduce the amount of people that you may need to hire, like support reps. So here we are on our Shopify store, the same store which we use for all of these tutorial videos to test things out and for me to show you things as a demonstration. So with this store, we're going to first of all go to the apps button on the left hand side, and you can see a few of the more recent apps which we've used in some of these videos, such as DSers, which you guys had a lot of questions about. Now, the first app we're going to use in this video is an app called AutoDS, okay? So this app is pretty powerful. It's an all-in-one dropshipping tool solution, which is going to give us a few different tools at our disposal. Now, there's a 14-day free trial. As with most of these videos, I'm going to always show you plugins that are either free or plugins that you can use for the first 1 to 2 weeks completely free. And if you like them, you can continue to use them too. Now, one thing you have to worry about with Shopify is there's so many apps like this that require a subscription, and the more you use, they're going to stack up, right? So it's best to make sure you can get some forward momentum and try and make some sales in the first 2 weeks when you're running all these trials, so then you can start affording to pay for these if you don't have an income or an investment fund to start off with dropshipping, which I always recommend to be a few hundred or a few $1,000s. So basically, AutoDS has a few different useful features. So it has a products import feature, which is the main reason we're using it, just like the DSers tool did. It has the research features built in too, which is also why this is useful. We can research and import products from over 650 plus products from Amazon, AliExpress, and many others in the US, EU, AU, and China dropshipping suppliers. So this basically automates product research, so we can source products, we can source suppliers in different nationals, and we can import them directly to our store. So that's an automatic process already. Then we have monitoring of price and stock, so it'll synchronize changes in price and stock on products from over 25 plus suppliers. There's also automated orders fulfillment. So for everyone who was curious about one of my last dropshipping videos where I showed you how to set up DSers and automatically fulfill orders, this is also another option for you guys to use, AutoDS instead of DSers. It works basically the same, but that's also a feature here too. If you receive an order as a dropshipper from one of your customers, this has automatic order fulfillment to fulfill them and update the tracking numbers automatically 24/7. This is an alternative to Oberlo, Spocket, and DSers, which I've already showed you guys on the channel. If you want a video on DSers, you can check that out on the channel, and I'll be covering Oberlo and Spocket in the coming weeks as well. Let's go ahead and install AutoDS. This is a pretty useful plugin, and I'd recommend just use this. Don't use DSers and all the other ones as well. We can just use this. It's good standalone. It works on its own. It does what it says on the tin. It does exactly what we need to do. So let's go ahead and install this and go through the setup. Press install app, and then after you can create a login. Now I'm going to go ahead and just log in with Google. So once you've logged in, I'll ask you to choose a plan. Now you have to select from one of these plans. This does have a free trial. There's a few options for plans, and it'll say start now for 0.99. So this is where they're going to basically trick you, because you have to start off with a plan. There's basically a 2-week free trial. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to press the basic plan and just press this and then press continue, and then we have $0, which basically means that we're starting off the free trial. And then over here you need to approve this, okay? So you have a free 14-day trial ending on the 3rd of November, and it will basically bill us after that, okay? It will be charged based on how you use this app, and obviously you can manage your subscriptions in Shopify after. For the first duration of the trial, it's completely free, but if you want to make sure to cancel it, do not forget to do that, because that's pretty important. So in AutoDS, you're basically greeted by the first thing over here here, which says marketplace, and marketplace shows us hot products. So we can use this to actually source our products or find our winning products. Now there's a lot of products here which I personally think are not very good. It does say hot products, but if I was to create a dropshipping store, I'm not specifically going to be selling random hats and clothes. I think these are pretty ridiculous to sell, especially on TikTok. I think these are not very marketable products at all. But obviously if you do look through a lot of them, you're going to have to do scraping for like 30 to 60 minutes, maybe even a few hours to find a good product. But these are from a lot of different suppliers and they'll most likely have a quicker shipping time. Remember, AliExpress can take from 30 up to 60 days shipping, which is pretty crazy, and sometimes even 3 months if you order from a really slow Chinese supplier. Now it'll show you the shipping time under all these items, and this says 1 to 13. This one says 2 to 5 business days. And if you click on the product, it'll open up the product in the product research tab and it'll give you some more information about it. So it says the source is Amazon from this specific vendor or this brand. It'll show you the product ID, the name of the product, the cost of the product, and also the retail price. So this is your recommended price which they're giving you that you should put on your store to actually flip a profit. So you're buying this for $65 and selling it for $96. Now this does look like a premium fashion piece, but I don't think you're going to be able to sell this for $100. I don't think this is a good product to sell. But just as an example, it shows the cost for the shipping and the minimum shipping time. Okay, so this is important to look through this, and you can view additional information about the products too, and also the return window, which is 30 days as per Amazon's terms of service, which is where this is sourced from, like it says at the top. So it will show you the item cost, the cost to actually purchase it, and also the retail price that you should list as to make a maximum profit. So these are things you need to pay attention, okay? Some of these dog life jackets and pet products can be winning products you can sell, but this is basically your catalog over here where you can search through multiple categories. So it'll show you clothes, shoes and jewelry, electronics and gadgets, pets, sports and fitness, outdoors, home improvement, home and garden, toys and hobbies, new arrivals, and general hot products. So just take a look through here. This is your automatic landing page for everything winning products and product research, and try and use it to your advantage. If this is the first time you're setting up a store following this video, you can use these tips to actually find your first products. Then moving on is the home page for AutoDS. So on here, it kind of just gives you some basic steps in a to-do list type fashion, which shows you how to progress through AutoDS and how to use it. So this is going to say that a typical store has 25 plus products before receiving an order, based on a survey of over 50k dropshippers. Well, this is dependent if you have a one product store or a multi-product store or a general store, right? Because if you used a one product store, this is basically not true at all. So you first connect your dropshipping store and then you select a product and create your first draft. You look at that marketplace, create a draft of the products which you like, which sticks out to you, and then import them into your store to start making sales. Now it says add products from AutoDS's supported suppliers. So we could click on get 3 products over here, and you would paste 3 product IDs in here, copy and paste links from AliExpress into here, and then press add as draft, and it would import them into the AutoDS product list. You can also press on AutoDS Finder over here. I'd recommend actually just installing the AutoDS dropshipping helper. This is a plugin which you can add to Google Chrome. I'm using Opera. It's basically the same as Google Chrome. I can install all the Chrome plugins. So installing AutoDS allows us to go directly onto AliExpress, find a product which we want to import. So we could click on a product, just a random product of AliExpress, and then it'll come up with this import to AutoDS button. Basically what this does is it allows us to import it straight to the product page in our AutoDS dashboard. So I'm just going to do that just to show you as an example. It'll do a loading symbol over here, and then we just have to wait, and it will import it directly into our dashboard so we can actually add it to our store directly from AliExpress. Okay, this is a little bit different to just using their marketplace to source the products. It's going to use AliExpress as the fulfillment location, which is typically going to be lower shipping, but this product has some good amount of orders, and it also has a great number of reviews, and it's nearly 5 stars. So this is a good quality product objectively, but whether it's a good product to sell, that's up to you. This is just an example. It will actually take some time to import this to AutoDS because it's basically grabbing all of the product information from the page, including the title, all of the images, pricing information, possibly reviews, and just general metadata from the product's listing, so that it can actually put it as a draft for you then to actually import as a product directly to your Shopify store. So it will take a while to import this, guys, so don't worry about that. And also when you actually search for a product, it comes up with icons in the product page too. So we can click over here, this product, import to AutoDS, and press the black icon, which is import to AutoDS. So that's how you import a product to AutoDS, and it'll come up in here. You can also press add products over here, and basically it allows you to import the URL. So I could right click on here, copy link address, and then paste this in here, press add as draft, and it will say item is being added to drafts. It will come up in drafts over here. So now we have a few different drafts, including the first bag which I imported that goes under the drafts part. From here we can click on a product such as this cat one, and this is the draft of what our product is going to look like before we finalize it. So we can edit this to be a more palatable title that people can actually understand, and it's not just random keywords like the AliExpress listing. We can type in tags and basically optimize this. We can also tick stock monitoring and price monitoring. So stock monitoring will be activated by default for all products, and it basically syncs inventory changes on the supplier's site. We can also do price monitoring, so it tracks all price changes on the supplier's website too. And also under auto ordering, we can choose this to disable specific products from being placed automatically. So if you want auto ordering to work, you need to basically enable this, and you need to join the FBA service or add a buyer account into the plugin. So we can change descriptions, the variants, which would be obviously the different colors and styles of that product. So we can edit these or bin the ones we don't want to sell. And we can also customize the images. We can actually rotate images and flip them and remove them, set them as the main product feature image. There's so many things we can do, and then you just press save. And if there's a good product which you actually like, what you would do is you would then press import, and this imports the item straight to your store, and then it goes into the products page over here. So that's how you would import a product directly into the products page. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to press import over here, and it says it started to import, and then it starts to import it into your product list over here. And when it's completed, it will appear in the products list. So it may take some time to actually do so. And it'll say 0 out of 1 in progress, and you can click view details, and basically it says in progress over here. Then we can also see customer support. This is a section where we can basically go on the live chat if we need help. And under settings, we can modify the settings of our actual store. Now it says products have been imported. So now I have this product over here, and we have an item ID. We have our product which has been imported directly to our products link here. And it shows we have price information. We could obviously go ahead and press edit. We can still edit this, even though we might want to change it after the draft has been completed. We can then further edit this after. So that's how you edit the products after they've gone live and import them. And you can also delete products. Under settings, this is supply settings. So when you select a store, you can select the suppliers. So our supplier is just AliExpress from China because we've imported it directly from AliExpress. We haven't used AutoDS's marketplace to use their suppliers, such as the ones they've sourced through Amazon and other retailers. So it's going to default to AliExpress. We can change the default items country and the location and city. We can change a lot of information on the actual listing itself and the quantity and pricing of our products. So we can change the actual profit margins here and how our product is actually priced and the automation of it all. We can also go into the order section. So this is where we can process orders using the fulfilled by AutoDS service. Okay, this is where you let AutoDS process your orders using their buyer accounts, reducing the workload and saving us the time. Now that's the whole purpose of this video, automating the process. So make sure this is ticked, guys, and make sure automatic orders is ticked too. Mock order is delivered automatically. That can be useful. Maybe you don't want to do it. You can also customize the gift message. So when people buy from you, this will send them the message which you fill in here too. There's also automation. So automate your pricing strategy. That's something you can create too. So you'd click add automation, and this is sales-based pricing. So you automate your product's pricing. So when they sell, increase their price to profit more. When they don't, decrease it to be more competitive. So this is dependent if you make a sale or you don't. If you start selling your products well and people come in your store, buy it, and you get good orders, then it'll increase it. And then if you stop getting as many orders, it'll decrease the price again. So it's trying to get you the highest profit margins. This is slightly risky, but it can give you more profit in the long run. You can also edit a lot of different things over here, like you can change your plan in AutoDS, you can change your billing cycle and your account for that, add users, buyer accounts, and edit store settings over here, and also customize the notifications you can get over here. So that's how to use AutoDS, the basics of finding winning products through AutoDS, importing them directly from the marketplace, editing them, pushing them to your store, and making sure the auto fulfillment service is actually configured, and also optimizing everything automatically. So that's the side of the product ordering, fulfillment, and product research. Now we're going to move on to the whole support side of things. The next one we're going to be using is actually a live chat bot. So usually with live chat and support emails, we have to do manual correspondence. So we have to email people manually about their orders and help them, tell them where their orders are, where their tracking information is in relation to their order which has been fulfilled, and basically assist people due to them getting anxious about maybe not receiving the order. And this gets really stressful, especially if you're running a store entirely yourself and you don't have a support rep. Because we can automatically fulfill orders, we usually don't need to hire a support representative. But in terms of live chat and giving customer support, sometimes it can still be necessary to do so. Now with this, which is called Tidio, this is a live chat and chatbot app, and basically allowing us to get a live chat feature and allow us to respond via live chat, email and messenger, all from one location. And the reason we're installing this per se is actually because we can enable bots, which A, increase sales, and B, just give automatic generic responses to answer questions that we don't need to be dealing with. So we can use intelligent AI-based bots, which help to reclaim abandoned carts to increase sales and push notifications, and also answer questions to make sure that they have all of their needs taken care of. Obviously, you'll have to manually do things which are too complex, but this can solve a lot of extra requests automatically without us doing a lot of the legwork, okay? You're never going to do anything completely automatically if you want to have a reputable store. Your customers can easily give you bad reviews on any e-commerce platform, but this is allowing you to automate a lot of silly requests and stupid questions. And I'm also going to cover order tracking later too, which is another thing. We can configure the live chat over here. So when we configure this live chat, this is setting up our artificial support representative. So who is our customer chatting with when they open up the live chat on our store? When you always chat to a support representative, they need to be friendly, they need to be bubbly, they need to kind of understand the customer's concerns and how they feel. That's general customer support, right? And that's how everyone's taught. On YouTube, if you talk to a Google support rep for a problem, they always validate your feelings, they talk to you in a friendly way. That's how they're trained. And usually they have some generic name. There is obviously a male and female support reps, but on most businesses, they favor having a female support rep. A little bit of a funny off-topic story. One of my friends who works in IT, another guy from our school who works with him, who's a guy, he's like a 24-year-old guy, he is actually a live support rep person, so he will basically go on the chat and assist people with support with their IT services. And he didn't use his real name, he was just called Jessica, so they gave him a female fake name for the support, which is typically quite a common thing to do. So we're just going to use a female name, we're going to call this Jessica because most support companies actually use a female name on support. And we can go through and modify the color scheme of this chat window so we can customize it. I'd recommend using a color scheme which is very similar to how your store interface looks. Okay, my store is kind of like a dark color interface. Usually I'd use blue, but since my store uses grays and blacks mainly, I'm going to use black, just so it doesn't stand out and look ugly in comparison. Then we personalize the experience of the chatbot and the chat window. So what's our main focus? Well, we want to solve customer problems, we want to increase conversions and sales, and we want to talk to customers, and we also want to automate conversations. Now I'm going to untick talk to customers, but you can tick that too because you'll need to do manual requests. We can also select how many support agents will use Tidio. So for now it's just one because it's me, but if you have other people working for you and you're just adding this to a pre-existing store, you can obviously change this. And our industry, we're going to leave this as online store because we're just an e-com. And how many customers did you have last month? You guys might just be making a new store, so you're going to click just getting started, or you can change this based on the customers. Okay, press continue and we can set up our first chatbot. So how would you like to engage your visitors when they enter your site for the very first time? So we could send them a discount code in exchange for their email list. This is going to build up your list of emails, so then you have an email list to use for marketing or to shill products and promotions, and we're getting that email for free. We're asking for permission for that email so we can actually market to them in more of a moral way because they're actually giving us their contact information, and in return for the information to use for marketing, we're going to send them a discount code. Or we could just greet them warmly like, hi there, if you need any assistance, I'm always here. Now I'm going to actually just select send them a discount code. If you want to customize the message and the discount code, there was also a button that said customize. Now we can also set up a new password. So over here we have this live chat feature. So we're going to turn the live chat on, let the conversations with the visitors flow, and we're letting our visitors reach out to you. So we're going to enable it. Start the first conversation, simulate conversation. So let's press save changes in the theme editor. This will open up the theme editor in Shopify. It'll open up a thing which says app embeds. This is embedded apps that you've installed, which are embedded to the inline section of your website. So in this case, it's going to allow the chat window to be integrated to our website design. And when it's clicked like this, where it's blue, that should mean that it's enabled. So just press save in the top right corner, which is behind my camera, and that saves it. And then start your first conversation. We can talk with ourselves and see how our visitors' experience will appear for them. So it just opens up a test panel where we can test the bot, and it comes up with a chat bot. So it says, hi there, nice to see you. We have a 10% promo code for new customers. Would you you like to get one now? We press yes, and then it'll automatically reply and ask for the email address. So I'll just put test@gmail.com, and then the chatbot will reply and say, here's your code, enjoy shopping. This XYZ would be your custom code when you customize it, and it says, great, would you like to stay in the loop with the latest news? Press yes or no. That basically allows you to spam them with emails or campaigns, and they press enjoy your discount, and then you can continue to chat with it. So that's what it would appear with, okay? This tour over here, it kind of gives you an idea of what things are going on. So in My Open, this allows you to find live conversations from the live chat, which we can actually manage. Then under tickets, these are support tickets, so people's requests. And then operators is obviously other people's work to help them if they're basically doing support too. So this is the inbox feature over here. So we can see all of the support requests in here, and we can actually click join conversation, chat to people in real time, and we can see the information about those clients which are talking to us. Over here, this was our test chat where it said test@gmail.com, which was me. That was the profile. It'll show the IP addresses, the browser they're on, whether they've actually placed an order on the website. It gives you a lot of information, and it'll show you a possible potential location. So that's the inbox. On the home page, you can see we've started our first conversation. We can also add more chatbots to the website, so we can click on bots, which is this button over here. Under strategies, it says find the best growth hacking tactics for your business with ready-to-use sales and self-service chatbot strategies. So this is the main segment of this video, guys, setting up automated chatbots. So we have increasing sales and solving problems. So we have increased conversion via reminding people about their carts being abandoned and preventing them from abandoning it, and increasing engagement. So we can use these. We also have solve problems, so reduce missed conversations with an FAQ, increase satisfaction by handling missed conversations, and decreasing bounce rate, aka leaving the page. So just press add from template at the top. This just uses pre-made bots, so we don't have to manually set them up, and we can go through and add some of these manual bots. Okay, so solve problems, we can press explore templates. This is the important ones. Automate up to 75% of repetitive questions like hi, where can I do this, just to save your time. So we're going to use AI responder, and we're going to click use template, and this understands what visitors say over 16 different languages, and basically it starts when a visitor wants to talk to a human, it collects the information and transfers it to you, the operator, or your support rep. So we can test this out over here in another window. It says hello, and then you press your email. I'll just put test@gmail.com again, and it says hello, how can I help you? I'll just say how can I find my tracking number, and basically the bot will try and find an AI response to actually reply to you, and it should also send this to you as the support reps. You can view this message manually too. Okay, but you do have to manually set this up. So click on AI responder, press use template. This is one of the most crucial chatbots to actually import, and it will import this automatically, okay? So it says visitor says. The visitor will launch this chatbot by sending a message that includes recognizable phrases or intent. Once triggered, the chatbot will take over the conversation. So we can select our topics, our language, which is English. Type in what visitor can say to trigger the bot. Use most natural language possible. These are basically messages like I want to talk to a human, human, talk to human, I have a question, can I ask a question, I have a question about my order. These are all basically hooks that they can message the bot first for it to then to reply. And the conversation topic should be something like visitor asking about order status, okay? So that will trigger what the bot will say and reply. So the trigger's set. And then we have send a chat message. So the first message from the bot would be hello. We can customize this, and then how can I help you? And then we can also press plus, and we can add more test messages over here. So let's just press save and activate, and it says we're collecting data, come back later. So basically it will use AI to collect more data. We set up our first AI bot, which is the AI responder. I'd recommend configuring these a little bit more in detail. There's also an FAQ on the plugin, which we can read more about how to do everything inside, and you can also message support if you have any questions which I haven't covered. Automate repetitive answers. So arm yourself in the third hand and save time on answering most repetitive questions. So using this template is also useful. So press use template. This is another super useful one I recommend. This chatbot is for repetitive questions which the customer asks. So here you can automate your most repetitive questions. We can select the delay time between responses. To use this chatbot during the conversation, simply click on the bot's icon next to quick replies, or use the following shortcut. We can also click on triggers. So what will trigger the actual bot to actually start the event? So we'll just press save and activate. That's how you can customize these bots, and just go ahead and customize them and add them from a template. So product availability bot is for customers who are asking about if products are available, and you can inform them directly through this, and we can import these as well. So these are the three main bots which I'd recommend to use, guys, and as you can see, they're already added from a template and set up and configured. which would be hard to manually do them, and then you can customize them by setting the things which trigger them, the conditions that need to be met for the bot to activate, and the actions which the bot can actually do. This is pretty complex stuff. There's a lot of documentation on this, but this is the basics, and this is how you can completely set up automatic bots. If you want me to do a specific video covering just this app and showing you the more complex sides of setting this up, do let me know, and also let me know if you have any questions too, because this is slightly more complex stuff, guys. Now, although we can do kind of automatic order tracking in the Tidio chatbot, I'm also going to show you another solution to actually do this too. This is an app called Aftership. This is an order tracking and SMS app with a 7-day free trial. This allows us to use email and SMS for our advantage, and it allows us to actually provide a seamless post-purchase experience to people by having order tracking. So we can automatically import your tracking numbers to Aftership so you can get current tracking information for all shipments in one place. So let's just go ahead and install this, and I'm going to show you the basics and a small demonstration of what this app actually does and why you might want to use it. Welcome to Aftership. We'd love to know about you. So press Ecom Business Owner. With Aftership, we can import our shipments. So we import using the API, we connect the store and import automatically. So these are shipments which are hooked through things like DHL, FedEx, and we can also import them using a CSV file. We can add the carriers, we can set up customer notifications and customize our tracking page over here, which is a custom tracking page. So if you click on customize tracking page, this is how the tracking page would look on the store. It'd add a complete tracking page and order status feature. So we can type in our tracking number here and press track, and it directly tracks the product. You can have an order lookup, we can have a look at pending information, information received, failed attempts, if it's out for delivery, if it's been delivered, if it's available for pickup, and extra information. This is like a full bespoke tracking service solution to show order information, like what you'd expect from something like Amazon. It's actually that high end, okay? Now, the reason I'm showing you this is just for another way to provide some kind of tracking, because the typical way dropshippers do it, most of us, we just use the dropshipping generic AliExpress tracking provider, which we use as a link or on a button for people to click and then look for their order via them typing in a tracking code. This makes it really obvious for them to know it's a dropshipping store, and it's just not very good as a user experience. So this is an alternative you can do instead of using those websites like 17Track, which AliExpress dropshippers always use. This is just a nice cleaner solution, and it looks a lot better, and your customers will think your website's more professional. The only downside of this though is this is more tailored to e-commerce sellers who are not really dropshipping. You can use this with dropshipping if you have more of a good, closer relationship with a supplier, like let's say off Alibaba or AliExpress. But if you don't actually know where your shipments are coming from, if you're not buying in bulk because you're just drop shipping and you're not actually selling from your own inventory or from a supplier directly in pallets and large orders, you're probably not going to be able to set this up, because you do have to provide all of that information in the setup. But I just wanted to show you how good Aftership actually is, and for you to consider using it if you want to scale from a drop shipping business to actually a business that holds stock and has shipments from a supplier. This is a good solution. So that's going to conclude this video on how to automate your Shopify dropshipping store or a Shopify e-commerce store by adding live chats to automatically correspond to your customers and have frequently asked questions, so you don't have to answer as many questions and so you don't get as many requests spammed straight through to your inbox and email. Of course, having some kind of live chat representative or you using it yourself via the plugin's dashboard to respond to manual requests is probably still needed, but this is going to cut out a ton of the legwork in maintaining your store, so you can actually focus on your business strategy and your ads campaigns. So this is going to automate all the order fulfillment too, automate the process of actually finding products and suppliers, and save you a whole bunch of time and stress. So if this video was useful and helpful in any way, do click the like button and subscribe, because I have a ton of other dropshipping and business videos on the channel, and I'll catch you later.